Good evening, everyone. How are you all? How's it going? I've just been looking in who's the gay-looking Lego figure supposed to be? That's supposed to be Peter Venkman from the Ghostbusters. But, hello, how are you all? Fair enough. Right, sorry, I was just checking something. It looks nothing. Yeah, I know, it looks nothing like him. Shut up, Pete, says Drunken Uncle. That's fine, mate. That's fine. So, how are you all? I wasn't going to stream tonight. I was going to put my efforts into doing a bigger stream tomorrow night, which I'm still going to do. Just, I've decided. I'm up, I'm about, I'm awake. I'm going to stream tonight. What are we doing tonight? We are going to do... I'm good, still programming. I still need to go to bed soon. Right, fair enough. But tonight we are going to be watching part 2 of the Charlie Says DVD that I started watching the other night. Sober Fridays, yes. Sober Fridays. I'm not drinking tonight either. So the pub stream's a bit of a misnomer. But, yeah. Hello there, Genty, Maxi and Crunchy Karma. Hello, everyone in the chat. I'll just scroll back up, see who we've got. Mad Tanuki, or Lil Nigger, Bob City, Rosie, or I Love Riku, James Woodwright, The Batman. I'm Batman. Sinatra Says, Pumpkin Trucker, Drunken Uncle, Green Thunder Mighty, Opinionated Scotsman who only said cunt. Well, you know, with that limited Scottish vocabulary, what else can you do? And also, yeah, like I say, Crunchy Karma, Genty, Maxi, who else has turned up? That's pretty much it. Hello, everyone. How are you all? PSA, never use a toilet after the diabetic on one of those days. Bob City says he's semi-sober. I could have guessed. Oh, Mr. Dax. Hello there. Yeah, I could have told that you were semi-sober from the DMs you were sending me before, you clown. Anyway. Hope you're all well. Like I say, just trying the second half of this experiment. I do intend to do a third part of it, but it's going to be a little bit more serious and dark and a bit more of a discussion on it. I was going to do an entire video around this, but I figured it might work better as a live stream, so I'm going to do that instead. So keep your eyes out for that, but we might as well get started.
And now,
Ooh.
here are the results of a recent survey into methods of ending it all. If you should get the urge to throw in the sponge by jumping out of the window, the ground floor is not recommended.
Won't be a sec.
Oh. An electric cooker may disappoint you.
So it
not
looks
recommended.
Not recommended. Because that appears to be what's causing the...
It needn't be too wet. For effective suicide, drive
Won't be a sec.
in the wet.
Right, here we go. Now it's working. We missed the first one.
Outside a country park. What is a country park? A country park is a leisure area to which you and your family can drive. Park your car, then away from busy roads, you may walk, swim, sail, or just unwind in our beautiful English countryside.
Right, okay, I need to keep it on that. Yeah.
Oh, and why not take a picnic?
I know what's going now.
If you thought joining a motorway was a bit of a gamble, you're wrong. All it takes is an early look back for a clear, safe
Do
spot
apologise
to
about
begin.
this. Hang on.
Another look as you come
Come on.
alongside the traffic. And as the space comes by, accelerate smoothly. Slip into it safely.
With it.
You don't gamble on a motorway.
Right, that's fine, yeah. Because now I've got the control on the keyboard. That's fine. Anyway, so welcome to the Peter Elman radio show.
That
Yes.
You know this child, the innocent victim of an accident. A transfusion is needed urgently. Just suppose the hospital didn't have the blood.
Really?
Then you'd volunteer, wouldn't you? Straight away. As it is, the life of this child will be dependent upon complete strangers, the regular blood donors who give blood twice a year. They never meet the patients they help. They do it because, well, they're just that sort of person. You're that sort of person.
Apparently
too,
so.
aren't you? But you just
Activate
haven't
the
got
almond.
around to doing anything about it yet.
I do appear to be getting a little bit of lag,
Blood
but
transfusion
we'll see.
Service in the phone book. Contact them. Please.
Be a blood donor. Has anyone actually given blood in the chat? Who in the chat has actually given blood? Whoa! What the hell? Nothing to declare.
May I have a word with you over here, please, madam? Is all your baggage, madam?
I've probably given blood
The outcome
about
of a
2 or
sentimental
3
impulse
times.
could mean a sentence
think.
of death for the animal you love and couldn't leave behind, and for you or someone like you, death in a manner that is beyond description. Whichever way you look at it, rabies means death.
Well, I think the answer's quite simple. Stay away from very ill-looking black children. Oh, hello. Is that Debbie McGee?
John Barker. Oh, he looks terrific in his new outfit.
No, it isn't.
Wonder if he'd give me a lift into the village. Not a bad excuse for you to get your arms round him. You know John won't give anyone a lift, not even a short one, if they're not wearing the right kit.
I don't think it's her arm she wants to get around in.
How about that? And what about the rest? It just won't do. Well, what more can the man want? That.
No, she's a... Oh, come on, Batman. Debbie McGee was attractive.
And you must admit it looks attractive. Sensible, too. I don't have to admit anything. Except that a safety helmet goes to the top of my shopping list.
Rosie would like an infusion of opinionated Scotsman's blood. All the drunkenness, none of the effort, right?
Wear a helmet always.
Wear a helmet.
A couple of years ago, me, my big
Yes.
brother, a few
Yes,
of us,
Tom,
you know,
stay away
all my
from
mates
ill-looking
messing
black
about in a box,
children.
like, throwing bangers and things like that about at each other, just messing about. And there was this kid called Charlie, and he had all these bangers sticking out his pocket, loose in his pocket. And my brother set him alight, and they all blew off in this kid's back pocket.
And I was messing about with some sparklers, you know, writing my name in the air. And the next second, my hair was alight.
Like, and all his flares had stuck to his skin, and he had to go to the hospital. Now, my brother and that was just showing off. We all was, really.
And all my friends thought it was very funny.
It is a laugh. Sometimes. If you see your mate coming down and he don't know you're there, you just light a banger and he don't know it's coming towards him, it goes off at his feet. It's a laugh, and he just, like that, you'd laugh, wouldn't you, really?
What's funny about that?
Oh, that's what's the name from EastEnders, isn't
Do you
it?
think your brother would have done it if he'd have been on his own with Charlie?
Oh, gosh, she had that old voice back then as well, didn't she?
Because there weren't, you know, a lot of people to take notice. Wouldn't have been worth doing it, would it?
Well, what's so big about lighting bangers in someone's pocket?
He's showing off. Doesn't realise the dangers. It proves that I'm better than the next
So I'm
person
just taking my
because I can
shoes
hold
off.
a banger in my hand and let it go off.
But I mean, does it mean that someone's actually got to go through a really bad accident? I mean, there's some people really get burnt up bad for it all. And some kids die. For really bad, you know, burns
Yeah,
and scars
yeah,
and everything. So they've got to go all
oh,
through
what's her name?
that
Gillian
before they're gonna
Tailforth.
learn not to muck about with fireworks. Don't you think it's just a waste of life?
Everyone thought a banger would just go bang and scare people. No one realised what it could do.
He must have known that, John. If he's got bangers and he's got a match and he lights bangers in somebody's back pocket, he must have known something was going to happen.
But I would never do nothing like that now. Not after that.
It's the same with most kids. It's not until you have been badly burnt or had a very bad experience with fireworks that you realise how dangerous they are.
They really cannot.
What, you mean those things you set on fire and explode? Are you telling me you didn't realise how dangerous they might have been before? Oh. Oh, hang on. Give it a second. Let's try again.
Splink!
Oh.
Did I hear somebody say splink?
Yes, Splink!
S, 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 S.
S is for find a safe
A
place.
slapped arse usually looks good, though.
P means stay
Only
on the
yours,
top,
Rosie.
near the curb.
Only yours.
Look all around for traffic and listen.
Aye, 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 aye.
If traffic is coming, let it pass.
N.
N. When there is no traffic near, walk straight across the road.
Derek Griffith. I was trying to remember his name before because his face is in the is on the menu for this DVD. I was trying to remember.
The green cross code.
So yeah, what a ridiculous way of trying to sort of remember something like that. Create a word that doesn't exist.
Drunk? Look, I tell you, I'm not drunk off the old, right?
Sure, come on.
It's all right, Bill, really she is.
Oh, for Pete's sake, don't you get into the all right act.
Well, that's all the thanks I'm going to get.
Oh, he's Scottish. He's going to hit her.
Taxi! Take the station, please. Right, sir.
What
You
the?
okay?
I'm sorry, Billy.
Yeah, you could pull over, please.
Oh, just open the window and throw up out of it, will you?
A pretty girl, pretty drunk, isn't very pretty.
Of course, the Scottish one. Yes. Yes, opinionated Scotsman. Yes.
This is the house that Jack built, and this is the fire that burnt the house that Jack built, and these are the curtains all tattered and torn that hang by the photograph all forlorn of the mother and baby newly born that didn't awake the following morn. They died from the smoke that poured through the doors that stood open wide and spread the fire that burnt the house that Jack built. Open
Yes,
doors spread
that's
the
right,
house
opinion.
with dead
That's
people.
right, Mr.
So at
Dax.
bedtime, close all doors.
Close all doors.
See that number? No, that's not the number of miles I've done.
I think the famous speech from Four Weddings and a Funeral would have been completely different had it started. Close all the doors. Lock all the windows.
And once you've had your bike stolen, it's very hard to give a detailed description to the police. Best thing to do, find the frame number and keep a note of it. AC 2816. And when you're at home, keep it locked. In the garage or shed. And when you're out, lock it to a sturdy fixture where it can be seen. Remember, a thief would like your bike.
Does anyone else get the irony about getting a black man to advertise protecting your bike against theft?
This is a tale about a car, overcrowded much too far. My friends you see here strewn around, an hour ago were safe and sound. My friends mostly in their teens, going in for beards and jeans, attending parties in a show, with yours truly in control. But it's true to say, the way I feel when squashed in here, behind the wheel is,
Oh dear. Oh dearie me. Yeah, remember, don't overcrowd your car because you will crash into a cenotaph. Oh, a gun.
Some people gamble with their lives almost every day. Particularly when overtaking on today's crowded roads. chancing it with oncoming traffic. Or gambling on someone giving way.
Oh.
And sometimes... Now, we all know the right way to overtake. And yet we don't always take enough care to do it the right way.
Ooh!
That's when overtaking can become just a senseless gamble.
Or a warm-up. Yeah, yeah.
It's gambling with your life. Make sure you take the gamble out of overtaking. Always. You know it makes sense.
All right. All right.
If you're a private tenant in unfurnished accommodation, here are a few points to remember. First, you have security. You can't be evicted without a court order. Second,
He shot
you
the
can
cat.
at
Yes.
any time ask your rent officer to set a fair rent for your home. Third, from January next, you could be entitled to a rent allowance from your local council. Ask them for details, or see your daily paper. It pays to know your rights.
Fair rent. Oh.
If you drive, don't drink. If you drink, don't drive.
Simple, innit?
Very much indeed. Thank you very much. There's 2 eggs in a pan. I'm on egg turns to the other. He
Oh,
says, "They're hot
Christ.
in here." The other one said, "Wait till you get outside, they smash your head in."
So what's this one? Is he going deaf?
That's what it sounds like to a man. It means you have to shout, wear your ear protection.
Fighting over the rubber bullet.
It's no joke. There's no cure for hearing damaged by industrial noise. And no sympathy either.
So that's it. If you're at a comedy club and you see someone not laughing, it's because they've gone deaf through work.
Bless him, had to leave school at... I left school at 11. It didn't
You
give him
didn't,
much
you
of a
fucking
chance in
liar.
life, did it? Give me no chance in life. This was all very wrong, and the school leaving age was raised. It was better for my lad. We made sure he stayed till he was 14. Yes, it was better for you, but not good enough. To give my lad the right start in life, he should have had more schooling. That was going to cost money, and there were depressions and wars. I was at Wipers. But now, at long last, all children
Alright.
will get the chance.
He was
they
held
deserve.
back 2 years.
For in
Yeah, probably.
1972, the school leaving age will be raised from 15 to 16. You make sure that lad makes the best of it. Be patient with Grandad. He's a bit jealous.
Okay, Bob City. Where are you going to insert that wedge of cheese?
Automatic level crossing half barriers. They look like this. When a train is coming, a warning bell rings.
Oh.
Twin red lights flash, and the half barriers come down. This means that everyone must stop.
But yeah, you still see.
Within seconds, the train will pass.
Yeah, you still see fucking idiots falling for this.
The barriers remain down. Wait, another train is coming. When the flashing lights stop and the barrier is raised, you may
You
cross the
still
line
see
in safety.
fucking idiots ignoring
So
railway
remember,
crossings.
Whenever you hear and see this, stop.
Sorry, nothing funny there, just genuine gripe of mine.
Don't try to beat the lights. And never attempt to cross once the barriers are down. Always remember, if the lights are flashing, stop and wait.
You may have met a few people who like doing this sort of thing.
What,
They're
kicking stools out from underneath fishermen, or kicking fishermen into ponds?
Problems like this. They're not a nuisance. They're a real danger. Hi, stop it, you. Stop it. Stop it. Come here. What do you think you're up to? You've probably infected thousands of people already. What do you think this is for?
The clue is in the word idiot, yeah.
Yes, that's all right, but here's another way of using your handkerchief. Now sneeze. Come on. All right, never mind. close your eyes.
Right, hang on.
Handkerchief. Sneeze. Sneeze, handkerchief. Got it?
Coughs and squeezes. You mean sneezes, surely? Spread diseases, opinionated Scotsman.
See what I mean? That's the idea. Fine. Now you can carry on.
Do you remember that first tricycle? You gave him a safe place to experiment in, to try his new skill.
Yes, in the back garden.
Today, he's old enough to venture on the road. But is there something you can leave him to learn on his own? Throughout the country, young cyclists are being prepared for their national cycling proficiency tests. So they will learn how to care for themselves and their...
Do you know I never did that? I never did my national, my cycling proficiency test. Yeah, I still...
To avoid the danger, there are cycling classes.
I can still ride bikes. And they can't do a damn thing about it.
Ask for details at the school or council offices.
I had a friend once who liked a lot of water in his bath. An extravagant fellow.
Oh.
Then he and his family always did things...
I would do Batman, but every time I try and knock it, it
had very different ideas.
does this.
She didn't use any water at all.
So, hang on. Just bear with me a second.
In the old days, I liked the elephant's way better. Plenty of hot water, and if you wanted more, well, you've just had it. That's all over now. No more elephant baths. Fuel is scarce. It's got to be saved. From now on, only 5 inches of warm water for me. By the way, this is my own invention for measuring the bath water. You may have a different...
It's going to go black for a second. It'll come back. Did you do the life proficiency test? Oh yes, I passed it with flying colours. I mean, look at me, I'm still alive.
You see, you can do a lot in 5 inches of water. Splash about.
Oi! You got your cycling licence? Do apologise about the screen going grey or black occasionally. There is actually nothing I can do about that right now. Just 1 second, it'll come back.
The bold explorers hacked their way through the jungle paths.
Hopefully, anyway.
Reach the open and stand rooted to the spot. Range upon range of snow-capped mountains lie before them, and at their feet a
Passed his psychopath. Yes, I passed my psychopath proficiency test.
But how to cross? General Williams' eagle eyes descry something.
Oh God, this is a big one, isn't it? Hang on, what's...
Moved by the water, he leads his exhausted party along the bank to it. Eyes skinned for danger, they halt and look to the right. Upstream is a war canoe filled with a horde of yelling cannibals. At a gesture from General Williams, the explorers freeze and the canoe passes them.
Right. I do apologise, hang on. What player am I using? VLC, which is normally quite lightweight.
Dozes in the swamps. Now is their opportunity. A quick glance to the right to make certain that no other canoes are approaching.
It's just for some reason it's been a bit of a pain right now. Hang on.
Quietly and steadily to the other bank. And so the explorers reach their store in safety. Remember their rule whenever you have to make a crossing where danger may lurk. At the curb, halt. Eyes right, eyes left. Glance again right. If all clear, quick march.
Did you check? I haven't quite yet. No, a human. It's in my watch later folder. I was going to go through anything like that tomorrow. Amazed at a big one. I knew there's some. Yes.
And the dipping device for anti-dazzle. On the inspection pit, the steering and braking parts are thoroughly checked for condition and adjustment.
Hang on a second. Let me try something.
Then the car's braking is tested with a decelerometer that checks whether the brake stopping power is adequate for the weight of the car. Mr. Brown's car is passed.
24. Right. Yeah, because even Task Manager's taking its time loading up.
Don't make them so sad. I know somewhere where we can go. Where?
Alright, let me...
Come on, there. You are funny. I'll drink to that. If you think that's funny, you should see me dance. Come on.
Right, that should stop it. I'm going to reopen. I was shocked at how much London has changed in 100-ish years. Yeah, probably. Open disk. And yeah, there you go, Scotsman, you finally got it.
And now, here are the results of a recent survey into methods of ending it all. If you should get the urge to throw in the sponge by jumping out of the window,
Have I tried percussive repair? No, no, I
This
haven't.
is more your style. An electric cooker may disappoint you. Not recommended. Or for those most romantically inclined, a disused railway line is definitely not recommended.
Yes, Bob of Bob
No,
City.
for a reliable...
You bad boy. Hang on a sec. You bad boy, Bob of Bob City. Once again, really apologise about this. Alright. Let's go from here.
I know somewhere where we can go. Where? Uh-huh. Come on. Come on, there. You are funny. I'll drink to that.
Oh.
If you think that's funny, you should see me dance. Come on. Whoops. That's the third time I missed your toes.
Well, it's bad putting blue cheese on your dick. Yes. Yes, generally it is.
Do you mind if I open the window?
Just remember, up the river, not across the street. Fuck me, that's harrowing.
Driver, almost without noticing. Please, don't take your car for a drink.
.48 brake horsepower, 350 cc.
Yes,
Landing
F.
time 66.3 seconds. This is a rider's machine, valuable but replaceable. This is a rider's head, valuable and not replaceable. Protect yours by wearing a helmet. Always wear a safety helmet.
Such courtesy.
F for
Such old
fucked,
world
yeah.
charm. But supposing the girl hadn't been so attractive, or a few years older maybe, or suppose she'd been driving a car. Yes, how would he have behaved if she'd been driving a car, if she'd been just a woman driver?
Whoa! Whoa! What did he fucking say to her?
No signals. Let's go back and try again.
Oh my god. I have a feeling it's something, it might have been something along the lines of, you stupid blonde fucking bitch, cunt ass. Look, signal, maneuver. A concise guide.
This is Tom.
He's on a tricycle. He doesn't need to look, signal, maneuver because he's in a park.
As they grew up, their mode of transport changed. But the careless driving of Tom's friend didn't improve. If anything, it seemed to get worse.
Yeah, notice it was careless, but not careless enough to not actually hit him.
He was always rushing here and there with as much speed and noise as possible. He'd forgotten he was now riding this, and not that. They now both work at the same factory, which has a time clock and a works keeper. Tom leaves for work reasonably early.
Yes, I think it was the Batman.
And there's usually quite a bit of traffic about this time.
All right, Goon. All right, mate. Do apologise. Screen's gone black again for a second.
And Tom's friend, well, he's just getting up.
It'll be back. Because it went black and not grey.
Tom takes a pride in his bike and in his riding. Watch him overtake this furniture van. First he checks it's okay to pull out. Gives a clear signal, sees the road is clear ahead, checks again behind and passes. Not too close. The van might pull out. Then checks that he can move back into his correct position without cutting in on the vehicle he's passed. Never overtake unless you know you
Bad
can do
juju
so
be
without danger to
wanna.
yourself or others. Now, you can't do this safely and correctly
Oh,
if you're
come
always
on.
late and have this on your mind.
There we go.
But that's Tom's friend. Always late and always in a hurry. Flying out of the house, he grabs his bike.
The thing is, though, Random Goon, with the issues I'm having right now, I don't think screen sharing's going to be much of an option.
He starts up and tears off up the road with hardly a glance to see what traffic is coming. To get there on time, he starts to take chances, and so becomes a menace on the roads. The roads you travel on each day become very familiar. You think you know just what traffic to expect at every junction. This can be very dangerous. It's the unexpected that causes accidents. Tom, approaching a crossroads, always takes the same precautions. Approaching in the normal position,
I may for the different one that I've got planned. I may try and find something easier to work out, but
left and right again. Never rely on signals given by anyone except a policeman. Satisfied that
all
it is
right.
clear, he accelerates and clears the crossing as quickly as possible.
Ooh. All right, Goon. All right. I remember this one. His mate gets hit by a TIE fighter.
Tom turns left, so he makes nearly the same maneuver as before. Starting well before the junction, he checks behind. Changes down and reduces speed, then clearly signals his intention. When he reaches the junction, he looks right, left and right again, giving way to the lady in a hurry. See how Tom kept well to the left of the road before and after making the turning.
She didn't look like she was in much of a fucking hurry, did she?
Is trying to make up for lost time. As time gets shorter, he tries a shortcut he knows. But because of his speed and careless use of his brakes,
It's a fighter plane from Thailand.
to brake correctly, you should use both front and rear brakes simultaneously. Then, under most conditions, providing you're not traveling too fast, you pull up safely. If you use only the back brake, you could lose control. Like Tom's friend, you could nearly end up in the gutter, or worse.
Oh.
Remember, your brakes are for safety. But some people, it seems, will never learn.
If his brakes weren't working, you could end up in the gutter. Or worse, Birmingham.
Tom Tom is in good time to get his paper this morning. The nearest shop to the factory is the one just right at the next crossroads. It's a main road, a tricky crossing. Well before the junction, Tom checks the following traffic. The road is clear, so he signals, "I intend to move out or turn right." He then changes down and reduces speed, keeping to a position slightly left of the center of the road. Looks to the rear again and gives a clear signal, "I intend to turn right." Reduces speed, checks oncoming traffic and pedestrians. The road is now clear. Notice the wide curve he makes, not cutting across the corner. Then he takes up his new position well to the left of the road. Makes a clear signal he intends to slow down and stop.
Is it Muris's helmet changed colour? He was wearing a red helmet before, I'm sure.
A good way to help you ride safely is to think of this slogan. Look, signal, maneuver.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain he had a red helmet on earlier.
Watch Tom this time. Look, signal, maneuver. Simple, isn't it? Well before approaching the crossroads again, Tom starts his drill. Look.
Is he wearing a pilot? Yeah.
Maneuver.
Presumably he thinks the thing's going to take off.
And again before turning. Look, signal, maneuver. He turns in a wide curve, making sure not to cut the corner, then takes up his new position well to the left.
Bob of Bob City! Yeah, the Batman. I can't rewind. I can't even fucking look at another window.
As Tom arrives at the factory, his friend is tearing along full of bravado. He'll just make it again. Watch out!
Oh, it is different people. Right, yeah, you're right, Scotsman.
Tom still has a friend. Well, just. But his friend hasn't a bike anymore. Just a summons for careless driving.
Ooh, dear.
After Tom passed his test, he made a new friend, who is quite an improvement. As Tom says, you should see her at a T-junction. There was no need to teach her to...
Wait a sec, that's an old lady!
Signal, maneuver. If you use your bike properly, it can give you a lot of pleasure, as well as being a quick and economical means of transport, as long as you remember road safety.
Yes. Remember road safety. Oh, shit. There's no fucker does these days.
Have you ever given blood? And have you ever wondered what happens to it when you have?
It helps in accident cases, I think, doesn't it?
Matter of fact, my brother in hospital, they've had to give him a couple of pints because he had a bit of an accident.
Do you think it's important to give blood?
Definitely, yes.
Terribly important, I would have thought. Where's the blood stored?
Kept in blood banks.
Well, they keep them in
bottles.
How long can
In bottles.
I have no idea.
Yes. Corked. A fine vintage.
Something up to a year. What people don't realise is that blood only keeps 3 weeks, so is used almost at once. Did you know that? And so, your blood's needed urgently. Please give some.
Ring the blood transfusion service, because I pulled this face.
When driving on an icy, oily or wet road, if you apply your brakes hard, you might as well be driving a bedstead for all the control you'll have. The same applies when taking a corner too fast. You may not end up where you intended. Avoid sudden acceleration on tricky surfaces. And take it easy when braking.
Feed us.
Use your head. and avoid skidding.
Ooh.
Awfully decent of you to give me a lift, old boy.
No, that's all right. Pleasure.
Had an accident with my car yesterday. First day out.
Do you ever stop to think that the blood you've
I
donated
was
could
going
be in
along
someone's
May
boner
Road,
right
just
now?
like this one,
Yes.
as a matter of fact. Full of children, cyclists, old
Yes.
people, plenty of traffic. There was another car ahead of me. Just where that one is now, man.
It's a rather worrying thought, Mr. Misanthropic.
Him, I finally decided to have a crack at it. I was already alongside of him when I saw a lorry coming round the bend towards me. I couldn't decide quickly what to do, so I tried to brake. And then what do you think happened? Nothing. I'd forgotten the brakes were out of order when I put the car
Batman.
away 5 years ago.
No, it's not Mr. Chumley Warner. It's
swerve
AIDS-ridden
round the
Stan
car ahead
Laurel.
of me. And then I noticed that old Jim's missus and kid were on the pavement. Well, I managed to miss them, but only by wrapping the old
I'd
bus
like a
round the
best.
lamppost.
I'd like a
You
bottle of
didn't
your
know,
best
you must
boner
have been
blood.
killed. I was.
Gosh, I must have my brakes tested.
Let me introduce you to Mr. A. Now, Mr. A is a perfectly straightforward kind of person. He reacts quite normally when there's dried egg for breakfast, when it's opening time, when his mother-in-law comes to stay, when he sees his bank balance, when someone slips on a banana skin, when he has bacon for breakfast. But when it comes to the everyday business of crossing the road...
Hang on, have we gone back in time?
Hurt, old man? Well, never mind. Now, let's try and get this straight. You want to cross from here to there. Good. And it would be perfectly simple if it wasn't for the cars. Wouldn't it? Now, there are two ways of crossing. And this way.
Bloody hell! I wasn't even looking at the screen then, but that...
Well, all you have to do is to
That
walk
sounded
between the
harsh.
studs and you won't get knocked down. You see, the motorist has a legal obligation to give the pedestrian a right of way at crossings. Now, have a shot yourself. Come on. It'll be all right. Really? Now. Look out.
It's a good job he farted before that
There are
truck
some good
came.
common sense rules, you know. You must look where you're going. And it's no good thinking you can have a sleep or eat your breakfast out there because you'll soon find yourself in trouble. You must keep on the move when you cross. Right. Have another try.
Hello, a honey monster.
That's it.
Oh.
Good.
Remember, always cross the road trepidatiously and act as if you are God.
Do you know what tummy ache feels like, children? Bessie and Betsy Brown Rabbit do. They found some strange bottles and some strange pills that look just like sweets.
Oh.
So they tasted them to see what they were like. And now look, they've got the most awful tummy ache. Oh, my little
Yeah,
dears.
Batman, I'm saying God walks like a girl.
You should never eat strange sweets or drinks. Mrs. Brown Rabbit is putting them to bed with a hot water bottle, and then is going to get Dr. White Rabbit. Dr. White Rabbit says,
Luckily
Night,
they
night,
didn't
night,
eat
James.
or drink much of that medicine. Oh, but it was a very dangerous thing to do.
Mrs. Brown Rabbit says, Children, you will never touch any strange drinks or sweets you may find, will you?
Back in 1 second.
Drinking and driving are dangerous. 4 single whiskies and the risk of accident can be twice as great. 6 singles and the risk can be 6 times as great. 8 and the risk can be 25 times as great. If he's been drinking, don't let him drive. Don't ask a man to drink and drive.
Yes, because it's all on you, women. It's all on you to not let your men drink and drive.
A grain pit looks like a sandpit to a child. It looks like somewhere nice to play, but it's not. It's like quicksand, or it's a way to drown without water. It will suck a child down before you can save it. So keep the children away.
Wait a sec, aren't these places all fenced off and guarded?
Weaving in and out of traffic makes you a nuisance and a danger, and could lead to disaster.
Who the hell? Oh, never mind. Beware of weaving. Well,
An exhilarating drive at speed, almost like a racing drive. Sometimes the devil himself gets into us. But what's that steam from the engine?
Oh, it does that sometimes.
And the black smoke? Oh.
nowadays we have to be aware of a different, entirely different kind of weave.
Hard shoulder and have a look. No water, no oil.
Was this an issue back in the day? Kids falling into grain pits. Must have been misanthropic.
If your car is past its best years, be it small or not so small,
Crunchy Karma runs back into the
don't
kitchen.
race the engine for long periods. Overdriving can cause accidents. 3,500 breakdowns in 1 year on the M1. So remember, use your head.
3,000 of them fucking mental breakdowns.
If the gas runs out, turn off all the taps before you put another coin in the meter.
Oh, Christ. Yes, the days when you actually had to put money into the gas meter, as opposed to the electronic cards.
Overtaking only. It is not the fast lane. It is not reserved for fast traffic. Right-hand lane, overtaking only.
The time is 6 minutes, 26 seconds past 2. And Joe is waiting. They've never been late before. Joe lives in a children's home. For the last 3 months, Mr. and Mrs. Blake have come to take him out, just like an uncle and aunt.
We went to the zoo first, and that was smashing, and then to the dinosaurs and things at the museum.
The Blakes visited him regularly. They've got to know him. They've built up his confidence in them.
Pumpkin Trucker's back and he's a stone lighter.
On holiday with them.
The first family holiday Joe's ever had. And the Blakes are 7 minutes, 50 seconds late, today of all days.
They've arrived, Joe.
Is it coming through smooth enough?
Joe, or Sheila, or Tim, or
Ew,
Joe,
what did I walk
thousands of
into?
others all over the country. Not just at Christmas.
You walked into us watching some more public information films, and Pumpkin Trucker's just been for a big poo. Humongous poo.
Two-wheeler riders, like you on mopeds, scooters, motorbikes.
Cheers. Thank you.
Look back before a signal. Look back before a turn.
Are you getting that? Look back.
Look back
Look back.
before you pull out to pass. Before any move, look back. Look back, look back.
And also, I do not sound like that. Sound like what? I didn't do an impression of you. Rosy, poo and blue cheese. All the things I really like.
Yes, I suppose I am a bit absent-minded at times. I just forget what I'm doing. So, If I have anything important on hand, I have to think out little ways and means of jogging my memory.
Watch your meters. 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 Watch.
I think they're trying to tell you to watch your meters.
You see, I'm doing quite well. Oh, just a moment, please. Ah, that's better. Now I can relax again for a few days.
Yes, fully clothed in the bath.
It really matters.
To be honest with you, it's the fully clothed in the bath thing that confused me.
Now for the open road.
Why?
Hey, you shouldn't overtake a blind.
Meter my watch? What? Yeah, I know, Crunchy Karma. It was a difficult message to get across, wasn't it? Oh.
Now, I'm going to show you 3 things, and you've got to tell me what you do with them. Number 1, a pint of... Well, you seem to know what to do with that one, all right. Number 2, a handkerchief. Excellent. Remember, coughs and sneezes spread diseases.
There you go, Scotsman.
Number 3, a bowl of disinfectant.
Drink it.
Hey, you don't drink it, man.
No, of course you do.
That's a soiled handkerchief which is full of germs. You put the handkerchief into the disinfectant which kills the germs and so stops the spread of infection. Now let's get this quite clear. You sneeze into the handkerchief and then put the handkerchief into a bowl of disinfectant to kill the germs. Not in with the family's washing. Got it? Sure? Good. Remember, don't spread germs.
Just think about what's matted into those handkerchiefs.
30 years ago, the Battle of Britain, the RAF's most famous victory.
Wait, I'm going to try something. The screen might go black a sec, but hang on. Yep, just as I thought, the screen went black.
On the 19th of September, your local RAF station celebrates the Battle of Britain by inviting you to see a
It'll be
special
black.
display.
It'll be black for another minute or two. Sorry about this. I'm just trying something to fix it. Heads up with detected... Oh, right. Hang on a sec.
You may not have travelled very far. Everything seems fine. But already you may be subject to driver fatigue. It's particularly dangerous because it creeps up on you unawares. You may have experienced
So if I
drowsiness
drop
like
that...
this several times already.
Click on that.
So far you've been lucky. But the next time you feel the slightest suggestion of it,
It was.
Open your window. Stop at a suitable place.
Right.
Get out. Walk around. Drink a cup of coffee. Give yourself...
Okay, everything should be back in a second.
Start driving again. Driver fatigue. It could put you to sleep for good.
There we go.
When you leave school, you'll want to direct your footsteps towards a worthwhile career. But suppose
And again.
you haven't the qualifications.
Right.
You may think a dull, dead-end job is your only choice, but it isn't.
Not touching
There are
anything
colleges
now.
of further education.
I was just trying to speed things up slightly.
Qualifications to get in, but you'll have them when you come out.
Barry
Take
Allen.
your first step towards a brighter future. See a careers teacher now.
See a careers teacher now.
Why isn't something done about it? Something is being done. Drivers who endanger lives...
Everything should be black in a second. Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
committing
thanks.
offences such as breaking the speed limit, failure to stop after an accident, dangerous driving, 3 times in 3 years.
Right.
They lose their licenses for at least 6 months. Drivers who risk other people's lives risk losing the license to drive.
I'm not actually doing it on purpose. I was trying to fix it
He's Harry, Mr. Barlow.
for future. It took doing it once or twice again.
I'm sick, Mr. Barlow. I don't reckon I'll be in this week.
Oh, I'm right sorry to hear that, lad. He's better off at
Hang
home
on.
anyway, especially if he's catching. Still, that's done right thing getting in touch, so as I can get the sick pay sorted.
Britain's new sick pay scheme is now law, making it your employer's responsibility to give you the first 8 weeks of your sick pay.
Come
Look
on.
for details in the press or ask at work about the new arrangements.
You ought to know, you know.
This is Mary Robertson. And this is Willie Sinclair.
Now I know how blind girl
Never met,
feels watching
yet Willie
TV.
saved Mary's
Fuck
life.
you, Skelton.
This is how it happened.
Hang on.
Willie Sinclair saved Mary's life 4 days before the accident happened. He volunteered for the blood donor session held at his factory. It was the first time Willie had been a donor. He was surprised how simple it was. He felt nothing at all as the blood flowed into the bottle. After 20 minutes rest, Willie was given a cup of tea and was ready to go back to work. His blood in its sealed bottle was kept in a
Right,
refrigerator
okay,
at the
hang
blood
on.
bank, and it was this that 4 days later saved Mary Robertson's life. There are over 200,000 blood donors in Scotland, but more are urgently needed. Will you volunteer to save a life? Look up blood transfusion service in the telephone directory. Drop them a postcard now.
In dry conditions, with good brakes and good tyre treads, most cars can...
Well, I don't know why the audio is working.
But in wet conditions...
Right, let me try.
On a wet road, you need more space.
Hang on.
More time. To brake gently. To brake sooner.
Oh.
Dad? He's gone to Birmingham. Now be careful. Be careful.
Beware.
Driving in fog is
If
dangerous.
your dad goes to Birmingham,
So switch on your headlights.
I blame drunken uncle too.
Slow down and keep a safe distance. Headlights or fog lights must always be used in fog.
Could it be the video decoder can't maintain sync? Genuinely, I don't know. What I'm gonna do what I did a moment ago, end task and restart it. Not restart the whole DVD, obviously. Where would that have been? Number 50. There was no need for me to resize that window if I was going to do that, was there?
In dry conditions, with good brakes and good tyre treads,
there we go.
Most cars can stop quickly.
Black became blue.
But in wet
We have
conditions-
ebony. Mr. Misanthropic blames them.
On a wet road, you need more space, more time, to brake gently, to brake sooner.
Dad? He's gone to Birmingham. Now be careful. Be careful.
Working now, don't mess with it. I don't intend to now.
So switch on your headlights. Slow down and keep a safe distance. Headlights or fog lights must always be used in fog.
Be careful, Joe. Joe! Joe, don't go so fast!
Oh. Oh, Guns.
A gun should be broken and unloaded whenever it's not being fired.
I know.
And especially when getting through a fence or over any obstacle. If you don't follow the rules, sooner or later there'll be...
And that was the end of Joe. Yes, indeed.
When you want to leave a motorway, watch out first of all for the advance signs. Then get into the left-hand lane in plenty of time. As the countdown markers pass, adjust your speed to ordinary roads. And do remember, on leaving the motorway, your speed may be higher than you think.
By the way, there is something I would like to speak to a couple of people about after the stream, but we'll deal with that then.
Practice day for the Army's Red
No idea what's going on, but I'll deal with that in a bit. Because I've just picked up my tablet just to... I want to monitor the stream, but I can't do it on my computer. Have we been naughty? Are we getting a spanking? Foxy, you only get a spanking when you're very good. I keep my pistol under my foreskin. Genuinely don't know how to take that one, a honey monster. What it? No, you didn't. You're fine. You're fine. Everyone's fine. Everyone is fine. Everyone is fine. I just need... Turns out I can't monitor the stream from my tablet unless... Wait. Yes, I can. Yeah. Yes, Foxy. A spanking. I'm not yelling at anyone. Don't worry.
Parafoil. Paraplane.
I don't yell at people.
Parawing. New high-performance parachute.
No, it's not Android VLC. I was looking for the Google Chrome browser on Android.
This is Tufty Fluffytail, the red squirrel.
Oh, it went black for a second. Right.
Out, Tufty! Look out! The roads are dangerous for little children, said Mr. Wise Owl. What's going on here? Asked the policeman Badger. We must start a...
I'm actually amazed I'm still on air.
Teach them how not to get hurt on the roads. That's a
Why does
good
it...
idea.
Right,
We'll
okay,
call
hang
it
on.
Tufty Club. And Tufty Club...
Hey, we've got Dammit Chadwick in the chat. Hello there, Chadwick.
His mother took Tufty to join the club. Wise Owl gave him a picture book to read. And Policeman Badger gave him a badge to
Right,
wear.
this isn't...
For the cost of £0.50, you can join the club too, and receive your picture book and badge. Mothers, you
Hang
can
on.
find out about the Tufty Club at your council offices.
I shut Discord off.
When
as well.
driving on some motorways,
Should have
you'll
shut
see
Discord
these
off
new
to begin with,
signals.
to be honest with you, but...
Normally, they're not lit.
And
But in
that
hazardous
program I
conditions, the
won't
amber
mention
lights
on stream
flash,
because it
and the signal advises the
implicates
maximum
me
speed.
legally in
50,
things.
or 20, or 40, or 10.
Tufty went downhill in his late 20s. Yes. Right, we're back. We're gone.
Sometimes more than one lane may be closed.
It's now doing this without me actually even doing anything on the computer.
Here, for instance, you can use only the outside lane. This signal means the hazard
He's
is
closing
past
down his
and
chin
the road ahead
porn
is
site.
clear.
I know. Yeah.
On urban motorways, the signals are mounted over each lane. In hazardous conditions, they will show the maximum speed at which to go in your lane. An arrow like
Why no
this
shit
tells
show
you to
tonight?
move to the lane
Chocolate.
to your left,
What's happened?
or the lane to your right. An arrow like this tells you to leave the motorway at the next exit. Should the amber lights change to red lights flashing above your lane, you must
mean
stop
spider
at
porn.
these lights.
Rosie, you're the one who's
until
into
the signal
spider porn.
changes and tells you how to proceed. So do observe these signals. They're for your safety.
You can only run so many porn tabs in the background before it starts fucking with the... I know, Mr. Misanthropic, but how am I supposed to whack off on stream? Oh. Oh, God. She's gone out with Alan Partridge.
When you're turning at a road junction, look out for pedestrians.
Aha!
If they're already crossing, give them right of way.
And she just called him a cunt. Yes, I can lip read.
Come into the RAF and train for a highly skilled trade that'll set you up for life. There's no need to have entry qualifications. It's you we're more interested in. Look for the RAF advertisement in today's paper, or call into one of our careers information offices. Joining the RAF could be the best move you've ever made.
You just have to read Rosie's blue cheese posts. No need for porn.
Let me tell you about it. One fine morning, the Robinsons decided to go out in a boat. Dad wanted to get a weather forecast. His family wanted to put to sea straight away. The weather changed. Of course. The Robinsons were lucky. The Coast Guard spotted them and called out the lifeboat. Don't be like the Robinsons. Before you go out in a boat, get a local weather forecast.
Get a local
That was how
weather
the first
forecast.
day ended. The following day, the Robinsons hired a motorboat to go out on a trip. Mr. Robinson wisely checked over all the equipment. The fire extinguisher,
Mr. Robinson said to Mrs. Robinson,
the life jackets,
"This isn't what I meant
that there was enough
when
fuel
I
for the
said I
voyage,
wanted to
and
motorboat
no fuel
you."
leaks, and no spare cans aboard because of fire risk. So when you hire a boat, be like Mr. Robinson. Always check the equipment. But don't forget to cast off! The next day, the pattern was characteristically familiar.
Yeah, before you go out in a
When
boat,
on holiday,
learn to boat.
Grandma Robinson liked to spend the afternoons keeping a watch on the rest of the family.
Oh dear, they're in trouble.
But Grandma knows what to do.
Emergency. Which service do you require?
Coast Guard, please.
Should you see anyone in distress at sea, do copy Grandma. Dial 999 and ask for the Coast Guard. Their holiday was nearly over. But on their last day, strange as it may seem, the Robinson family felt like a trip on a pleasure boat. But once aboard the Skylark, there did seem to be an awful lot of people. So Mr. Robinson decided not to go this time. A boat carrying more than 12 passengers must have a Board of Trade passenger certificate. This states the maximum number of passengers the boat may carry. And remember, children over 1 year count as full passengers. So look for the Board of Trade passenger certificate.
The end.
If the Martians landed tomorrow and decided to bag a few motorists to take back to Mars as souvenirs, it would be a walkover. All they'd need to do is set a trap wherever a driver's view is restricted. Like just beyond the brow of a hill.
Oh.
Or just around a bend. In a dip in the road. Ridiculous, isn't it? Out of this world. But just think, no Martians, just a broken down car. Or something large and slow. If your view ahead is restricted, slow down. Don't gamble on it being clear when you get there.
The gas water heater in your bathroom is safe if used properly, but it needs a flow of air in and out. A blocked ventilator or a blocked flue.
What Doctor Who episode is this?
Keep flues and ventilators clear, always.
There's lots to see in Northern Ireland. But there's something we haven't opened our eyes to yet. The terrifying carnage on our roads. Over 7,000 people injured, over 300 killed year after year, many of them children. And more of them in their teens and 20s. Just listen to a couple of people who'll get the facts firsthand.
I'm a nurse, and honestly, it makes me sick to see the result of recklessness on the roads here.
You're not a nurse, you're a 7-year-old child.
In fact, many fatal accidents here are caused by drivers who've been drinking.
Yes, we've got a frightening record in Northern Ireland. Do you know you're twice as likely to be killed on the roads here as anywhere else in the United Kingdom? Think about it. Twice as likely to be killed. And it's happening every day to people like us who think it can't happen to them. But it does. Right across the province. Don't drive around like this. Open your eyes. You could be next.
Yeah, don't drive around blindfolded whilst your wife screams in your ear. Oh, he's obsessed. Serial killer.
Meeting Julie, then.
Oh. Beware. Fireworks only attack girls.
A driver without seatbelt has no protection when he most needs it. A driver with seatbelt can save a valuable life, his own. Always wear an approved seatbelt. A driver without seatbelt has no protection when he most needs it. A driver with seatbelt can save a valuable life, his own. Always wear an approved seatbelt.
Ladies and gentlemen farmers, this
oh my God,
is under greater scrutiny than ever.
He's
before.
back.
Burning straw comes under the law. It's now breaking the law to let smoke drift across the road and interfere with road users. Stay out of trouble with burning stubble by obeying your local bylaws and taking sensible precautions, like properly cleared and ploughed fire breaks that flames can't jump, checking the speed and direction of the wind,
well, at least
and
he's not being allowed near kids in this
on
one.
the spot. If your local authorities and fire service want to know, tell them. And of course, you won't be burning at weekends or bank holidays or at night. Oh, and the ashes will be worked in within 36 hours, won't they?
Drivers without seatbelts fly through their windscreens like a ragdoll, and it's really funny.
But if you have to burn stubble, follow the NFU code, and remember, burning straw comes under the law.
Yes, a human. Apparently, the Bird Box Challenge was a thing in Ireland in this late 70s, early 80s.
Are for danger. The diamond sign means a dangerous load. Look out for the diamond sign.
Oh, what's this
They
guy's
mean
name?
Danger. If there's an accident, when you see the diamond sign, keep away. Go to the nearest phone and dial 999. There might be an explosion or fumes that could kill you.
Oh, because he does the Protect and Survive films as well.
Danger.
Which, Patrick Allen, thank you. Thank you, Batman. Yeah, it's Patrick Allen. Yeah. Spoiler, the Protect and Survive films
do you
is
remember when you first
what I'm
learned
going
to
to
drive?
do.
Mirror, signal, maneuver. Before a turn, look in the mirror, signal in plenty of time, then turn. Before overtaking, mirror, signal, maneuver. Before you change lanes, mirror to see what's behind you, signal to let other road users know what you're doing, and then maneuver. Do you remember? Do you still remember?
Do you still remember? Yeah, not mirror, signal, look in the mirror to see what you hit.
Anybody who drives that close is a fool. And this fool is about to make some last-minute changes to the holiday plans. It didn't even occur to him that the van in front might be going to turn right. And that at 50 miles an hour, he should have left at least 50 yards. That's half a football pitch between himself and that van. And just to think, the wife didn't want to get the kids overexcited. It's hard having a fool for a father. Keep your distance. You're a fool if you don't.
This was...
Motorways are built for fast-moving traffic.
It's...
Don't stop, even on the hard shoulders, unless you really have to. And then, be careful. Because remember, hard shoulders are only for emergencies. They're not for casual stops. Or your children's convenience. Not for checking maps. Or changing drivers. Getting it wrong could cost you your money, up to a £1,000 fine.
She's got plenty of time to actually duck into the car there, surely.
To protect supplies for industry and essential services, SOS. Switch off something and help save electricity. For example, this lounge is using 2,600 watts. Switch off this light and already you've saved 100 watts.
Ooh.
Don't leave the TV on if nobody's watching, and your score's down to 2,350. And if you possibly can, switch off a bar on the far. That makes a big difference. Switch off something now.
When has there ever been a phone on the side of the highway? We do have them, Mr. Misanthropic. They, switch off Grandma's life.
This is Graham Hatch, and with me I have my friend Ray. A very good rider, that's why we picked him. He's going to show you what happens to a rider who hasn't yet learnt to use his brakes properly. Here's Ray travelling at 35 miles per hour.
Oh dear,
He's
Rosie.
going to pull up on
Oh
the back
dear.
brake only. A very common mistake. See? Not very good, is it? And look at the distance. For an inexperienced rider, it could have been hard.
Yeah, before the advent of mobile phones and things like that, they did have
uses only the front brake.
every quarter mile, half mile maybe, roadside phones.
The correct way of stopping is to use both brakes, applying the front first and steadying with the back. That's how it should be done. So remember, always make use of both your brakes. After all, you paid for them.
Oh. Oh God, we're going to get Savile back, aren't we? No, instead we get Ashens falling into the river.
She survived, but you drowned.
Did I?
There was no need. There were lots of things you could have done.
I just like the way they...
If she's near the bank,
there was no need. You're out of order. You're out of order for drowning.
Longer. Or if she's further out, throw her something that floats. Or test the depth and wade out to her.
PSA, let children drown.
Or if there's
Yes.
a boat near, use that. Don't risk capsizing. Approach her stern first. Reach, throw, wade, row. You can save a life without losing your own.
Mr. Dax, throw a rock at the tart. Yeah. That's another option.
Motorcycle and scooter on the fashion scene. Leather favoured by Mike.
Jimmy Savile would have extended his penis into the water. Honey Monster.
Jacket in corduroy favoured by Richard for scooter riding. As pillion rider with Mike, Mandy keeps to the black leather theme. While Sue, the scooter girl, likes the comfort of a loose-fitting woolen jacket. White peaked helmet completes her outfit. For Richard, it's a deerstalker helmet. He
She
thinks
doesn't
it's the
think
top.
she's a witch.
The tops for Mike and Mandy are a pair of matching silver helmets.
Right.
Fashions come and go, but heads are here to stay. Get into the right gear. Always wear a safety helmet.
Ooh.
When pedestrians are using a zebra crossing, they shouldn't do this sort of thing. They shouldn't dither about. It only leads to bad tempers. Let's try again. Now, motorists should approach a crossing slowly enough to stop comfortably, and never overtake at a crossing. This can lead to a nasty accident. Remember, both motorists and pedestrians should be helpful to each other. So don't abuse the crossing, ever.
A lovely day. Car running right.
Ooh.
All's well with the world.
Not too impressed with this second collection of them. I think they saved all the best ones for the first.
It was your fault. Yes, lucky this is a film. We can go back. We can try again.
And we could run over another child.
Right. Now enjoy your drive by all means. There's no harm in that. But do please keep a good lookout ahead for pedestrian crossings. And if you
Then
see
again,
one,
it's a
drive
two-disc
slowly
sound.
enough to be able to stop if you have to allow people to cross. What do you do now? That's right. Make a signal to show you're slowing down. You never know what may happen with a small child, do you? But even so, you see how easily accidents can be avoided. It's all
Oh my
there.
god. Is that right? Is that how you spell that, Foxy? Pampas grass.
O niebla,
Is that...
aumente sus precauciones. Un suelo mojado no le permite frenar con la seguridad debida y el accidente puede surgir. Un vehículo puede detenerse en condiciones normales. Tiene una
Message
distancia de drenaje
received.
variable
Loud and
según la
clear.
velocidad a que circula. Conduzca a una velocidad prudente. Es un consejo de la Jefatura Central de Tráfico.
Yeah, because... Right, I'd never heard of Pampas grass. Obviously, I know what it is, but I'd never heard
Sunday,
the
April
term.
the 5th, is Census Day. The census is nothing new. Since 1801, we have, except during the Second World War, had one
Yeah,
every
Bob,
10 years.
that's what I thought it was.
In that time, the information the census has provided has helped the nation spend its money wisely. The census gives the facts. It tells us where our resources are needed and helps us decide how they can best be used. The 1981 census will give the facts for the 1980s. We'll all be counted because we all count.
Rosie, you'll get the spelling right in a minute.
The geography of peace.
Yeah,
Where
I
this
was...
acorn marks the route.
I
There
think
is a
I've-
100-mile footpath across a land alive with history.
I'm not a number. I'm a free man.
Vikings raided the coast.
No, they haven't, Batman. It's just obviously with them being every 10 years, we haven't had one since 2011.
Spell over many a sleepy hamlet.
I was
Monks peopled this once proud
I was working at Citizens Advice during the last one, and I had to help people fill out their census forms.
Castles were brought to ruin in civil war.
Because it's a legal requirement.
Little has changed since the Scots fought the English, and Edward II fled to safety on a swift
So yeah, the
horse
next
to
census will be in 2021.
Now a realm of peaceful pursuits. The Cleveland Way in the North Riding of Yorkshire is one of the national long-distance footpaths that we can all enjoy. Look
We
for
can
this
all
sign
enjoy.
to show you're on the right track.
Some things just don't mix.
And if you don't see that sign,
Don't
then you
try
may
to
bump
put
into
on your
Bob of
car.
Bob City.
Don't mix cross-ply and radial tires on the same axle. And don't use cross-ply on the rear if you've got radials on the front. Remember, cross-ply and radial tires.
Oh, Jesus.
Just don't mix.
How high did he flip the car for it to land like that?
Here's George, our cheery knight of the road. Moaning? He's looking for something. Here, look at my paint. It's all scratched. Now look what's happened. No door.
Planning to spend 12 months as a llama as a political protest.
Remember,
Not for tax purposes then, Foxy. Ooh.
Yellow flashes painted on the curb edge mark where you must not wait, even to load or unload, during time shown on nearby signs. 3 flashes mean the restriction applies during every working day and some additional times. 2 flashes mean the restriction applies during every working day. 1 flash means there is some other restriction on loading and unloading.
You see, the problem, right, the problem with these is
not load or unload.
you're only
during
going to
the time
remember this
shown on
information for a very short period of time, aren't you? Like, I had no idea what them flashes meant.
We use half the nation's electricity in our homes. The other half goes to essential services, industry, and hospitals. To give them what they need with less energy available, we must use less at home. We can save most by heating one room only. So, cut down. Now.
And now, it's Reeves and Mortimer.
Homes use more electricity than at any other time of the year. In fact, we normally use 2/3 of the nation's electricity at home. This Christmas, with less energy available, we must provide for essential services and hospitals who will be at risk. We can save most.
So
by
that
heating
explains the
one room
power
only.
cuts Patrick Allen's family was
So
using all
cut
the
down
electricity. Yes.
At Christmas.
Won't be a minute.
Remember how elastic a minute could be when we were small? This minute, the one you see being eaten up, is the last minute of this little girl's life.
Stay on the pavement.
Good advice. It's not enough. No young child should be out alone near traffic, however little there may be. 1 car is enough.
Yeah.
There could be 100 good reasons why you can't always be with them.
Well, the mum's all right. She's sewing together. She's sewing together a skin suit out of her brother.
When this child crosses the road because she has seen her best friend, what she will not see or hear is the car that will knock her down. The sudden excitement blots out everything else. All she can hear and see is what is inside her own head. It is that simple. It is that deadly.
Trucker says nukes hit in 30, 29, 28.
St. John's School, 306 pupils. Valley Road, 250 pupils. At St. John's, Susan, in a hurry. Parked cars and traffic that cannot see her.
No!
At Valley Road, Mike, heading for home. Perhaps for the last
You get a Savile! You get a sapling! Everyone gets a sapling!
So, where you see these yellow markings, please don't park. Not even when fetching your child from school. St. John's School, 306 pupils. Valley Road, 250 pupils. Help keep it that way.
Mary lived here.
You associate me
Mary
with
was born
North
in World War
Yorkshire. Heretic.
Went to a good school and on to university. She liked swimming, dancing. She was going to be married in the summer. Last night, Mary went to bed and left the fire unguarded, and she died in the blaze that followed. Tonight,
Cause of peace.
Fire guard your home. Settle and guard open fires. Make sure cigarettes are out and empty ashtrays into a safe container. Switch off electrical appliances and unplug at the sockets. Close all doors. Don't make the same mistake as Mary. Fire is a nightmare.
Remember, everyone, there is nothing more dangerous to your house than an unguarded fag. You must have some equivalent, Rosie.
Look out! It'll get you! No, not that. He's safely fenced in. This! Did you forget we've got a fence for this nowadays? Perhaps you didn't realize that hundreds of accidents are caused every year on farms by machinery. That's why dangerous parts must be guarded. But guards are not much protection if you forget to put them back, are they? So do yourself a favor.
Farming. Keep safe.
Empty pesticide containers can be a danger to children and livestock if left lying about. So parents, don't let your children play with empty tins or drums of this sort. And farmers, remember, the careless disposal of pesticide containers can be a real danger. The smallest amount of a toxic chemical can poison children, animals, and wildlife.
Well, it's the parents' fault, because whatever it was they took that picnic out with looked the same shape and size.
Rinsed out, but they're safe only if disposed of properly through the local authority, buried
As
or burned.
that drum.
Also, keep all part-filled containers under lock and key.
That... Yes, Bob, I know.
Accidents happen when sufficient
I know,
care
he's a
is not
complete arsehole, that Artorius.
So when reversing with a big load, take a good look round before moving. Leaving a building site like this could cause a fatal accident. Overturning tractors are the main cause of fatal accidents on farms. There's always a reason for accidents,
Yeah,
and
fuck
it's
your
usually
bike.
lack of care.
Yes. If this piece of heavy farming equipment does this to a bike, imagine what it will do to you. Oh,
Business is usually about competition, but right now...
It's about collaboration. The Millennium Bug will affect every business in the UK.
Oh, here we
Under
go.
500 employees are least prepared.
If you rely on any form of technology,
This issue affects you.
It isn't just an IT issue, it's a business issue.
We all rely on each other. If your business is affected...
It could affect mine. Action 2000 has been set up to help.
We've produced this pack. It tells you the steps you need to take.
So start
This
now.
was fantastic, this.
Because it doesn't matter what business you're in.
You need to be in the business of getting ready.
Act now. Call 0845 601 2000 for your free action pack.
I can actually pause it now that I've done that. Oh, genuinely, the only recorded victim of anything approaching the Millennium Bug, by the way, was Blockbuster. Their computer, was it Blockbuster? It was some video rental service, I know that. Some video rental service, all their computers got set back to 1970, actually, not as they had said, it'd be set back to 1900 or they all got set back to 1970, which meant a lot of their customers started getting overdue bills. Wasn't it global? Right. I can only speak for the UK and what I know, so I'm not 100%. Yeah, 1st of January 1970. Yeah, they tried to charge one dude like $8,000 in late fees because their computer thought it was 1970. As far as I know, I may be wrong, but as far as I know, that was, if not the only, one of the only recorded effects of the so-called Millennium Bug. And we had PSAs about it.
Can you meet the eyesight requirements prescribed for the driving test?
No.
To that question on the driving license form, can you say yes with certainty? Your eyesight matters more when you drive. You live through your eyes. But are they telling you the truth? Is yours a soft focus world? There's an intelligent remedy.
Who said that? Where are you?
See
Where
your
am I?
safety. Motoring makes special demands. It demands a vehicle in top condition, regularly maintained. It demands a driver with good eyesight, regularly maintained. When you passed your test, your eyesight was good enough. But that might be 10 years ago, and eyesight tends to deteriorate. You may think you can see as well as you did, but you won't know for certain until you have your eyes tested regularly.
The Batman.
See your way to safety.
You're mean. You're mean. Oh.
Oh, motorists, it's dangerous passing nervous beasts like us. Flapping canvas, brakes.
Beg your pardon?
A careless movement of the wheel. The noise and rush of all this speed may terrify the quietest steed. For faster travel, I've been rejected. It wouldn't really feel dejected if men would sometimes feel remorse and spare a thought for me, the horse. To all our riders on the road, use signals of the highway code. Slow in advance and drive with care. Please don't cause a sudden scare. We ask your help. We ask your care.
They do.
Go
Yes.
slow near
Go
horses.
slow near
everywhere.
horses.
Flesh and
Right, quick question for anyone in the chat who deals with horses or knows about horses. It's illegal. Well, it's not. Yeah, no. You can be fined in this country for not picking up dog shit, right? Now, I used to live near 2 horse fields. Why is it not illegal to let those horses shit on the pavement as well? And not clean up after a horse? Because my walks to work for about 5 years were a danger zone of stepping in horse shit, especially the alley that I cut through to get back onto my estate at night as well. Was pitch black. Because dog shit causes blindness, horse shit doesn't. Not saying it's right, but shrug. Also, there's still a law to let people pick it up to sell. There's a law to let people pick it up to sell? Ah. I had no idea.
Blood, like you, we are. But we're outside, not in the car.
When the valleys were virgin forest, you had to travel on the high ground, on the chalk.
Oh, where's Artorias when we need
They had their
him?
beginnings in the Stone Age. They were the Stone Age.
Hang on a sec. Yeah, there's money in that shit. Yeah. Hang on a sec. Batman. That may be all well and good, but not only did I live in a first floor flat and therefore didn't have a garden, right? But also, I'm talking about on the pavement. Yeah, I'm talking about on the pedestrian side of the road, the pavement.
Highways of Britain. Highways that were to be used for many centuries to come.
I'm gonna get another copyright claim for Greensleeves.
Called the Ridgeway Path.
It's not Greensleeves, is it? No, it's Pachelbel's Cannon. Oh, now they'll start playing Greensleeves. No. Oh, no.
The Stone Age men have long since buried their dead. But there have always been others to pass this way.
Don't make it worse.
The Saxons moved their army to battle on the Ridgeway by way of tracks called hedapaths, the paths of the army.
Right.
But the Ridgeway has not always been for the long-distance traveller alone. Local markets and sheep fairs were held until 1620 at Scutchamer's Knob. And as the importance of the Ridgeway as a highway declined, its lonely track was an ideal resort for cattle thieves.
Hello.
The ancient Ridgeway ended at Goring, where it dipped across the Thames.
Why are we following a gay highway? I really don't know, Batman.
But the Ridgeway path goes on, following leafy local paths through the Chiltern woodlands. Then it finally swings up and out of the trees towards
Christ.
in Buckinghamshire.
Hello,
The
Artorias.
Ridgeway path, from Avebury in Wiltshire to Ivinghoe Beacon.
This shit would have been funny when... Yes.
If you want to know more about this and other long-distance footpaths, write to the Countryside Commission.
And you too can find fit ghosts. Alright.
Wonderful example of active old age. Mr. Gamp, would you tell the folks how old you are?
Right.
Come along, Mr. Gamp. Wouldn't you tell us how old you are?
I will be back in 1 second. I just need a piss. I'll leave you with that lovely picture of an old man staring at you forlornly. back once again.
What, in your opinion, Mr. Gamp, is the secret of long life?
60 bites to every month.
He used to inspect our circumcisions.
Yes, but no goat's milk in the morning, nothing like that.
Yeah, I don't get run down by them motor cars. Take a bit of care with myself, that's all. I've tried to tell the other people around here, but they won't listen. That's young Jim. He never looks where he's going. The motor cars will finish him all right.
I did wash my hands, actually, Mr. Misanthropic.
Fine woman, but she isn't much better.
I just
than
didn't
young
flush.
Jim.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Sarah, you'll come to a sudden end, and she will. Mr. Riggins, his troubles are he. Never has time to look where he's going. He'll go same as others. That's Mrs. Bone. She's the butcher's wife. She never will learn what pavements is for.
No, Foxy. I'll leave that to your. I'll leave that to you. And yeah, opinionated Scotsman, Scottish people don't live that long.
If they'd mark their highway code, like I tells them. No, they motorcars can't get me. I studied the book, and I use me common
If it's brown, show it to the family.
I'm sure the folks are much obliged. But you've forgotten about the old 60 bites, eh?
Well, yeah. You go off and study this here highway code and leave me in peace.
Oh.
Check 4 for safety. Motorcyclists, check 4 things before you start. Check your light. Check your steering. Check your tires for pressure and for wear or damage. Check your brakes. Make sure they're working properly.
Are they? Are your brakes working properly?
Maintain 4 for safety. Check 4. Motorists, check 4 things before you start. Check lights, side lights, headlights, rear lights. Check steering for undue play. Check tires for pressure and for wear or damage. Check brakes. Make sure they're working properly. 4 things to check and maintain regularly in your car. Lights, steering, tires, and brakes. Check 4.
Oh my God.
If rationing comes, you
I've
will
just
need
looked
these
at what's coming
Be sure
up.
you know how and when to get them. See this advertisement in the Sunday papers.
Oh, you are going to be so traumatized. Oh, we've got some really traumatic stuff on here.
Your dates this week are surnamed M Thursday, NOP Friday, QR Saturday. Keep the details in this morning's newspaper ad. It will not appear again this week. Keep it handy.
That's easy to remember. Oh, you are going to be so traumatized. Especially the Americans.
The best way to save petrol is not to drive. Next best way is not to drive fast. And don't go over 50. If we each save a little fuel, we'll all save a lot.
Next time you go out in the dark, get yourself noticed. Wear something light. Something reflective. A headscarf. A coat, the lighter the better. Or carry a newspaper. Just get yourself noticed. Wear...
All I'm going to say by way of a clue is, remember, not all of these are from the, like, pre-90s, pre-80s. There's a couple of modern ones coming up. And this disc seems to have a very heavy motorist bent to it. So, for the British people who are watching, you might know where this is going.
Wear something light. Early morning, evening, or late at night. Be safe, be right. Get yourself noticed. Wear something light.
Smell of gas, and all your taps are off. There may be a leak. Turn off the gas at the cock by the meter. Open the windows and call the gas board. Never use a naked flame to search for the leak, unless you want...
I'm not 100% certain on that one, Batman, but by the look of it, I've just looked at the listing for it, and I believe one of them... Hang on a sec.
What are those flaming zigzags for?
To tell pedestrians not to cross on.
I've got them all on a DVD called Charlie Says.
What can you do on them? You can't do this and you can't do that.
I don't think you meant to overtake
Don't
them,
tell
have they?
me.
Oh!
The zigzag rules aren't daft. They're there to make zebra crossings safer. So remember the rules.
That one took me by surprise.
I think I better overtake soon if I'm going
I think that was the point, to be honest.
Baby. The road's clear ahead now. Must let him know I'm going to overtake.
He killed Red Riding. I know.
On you go, my dear. Your delivery is more important than mine.
Mirror, signal, maneuver. Overtaking can be such a safe operation.
Why is it doing that again?
You've got the bike.
Why is it doing that?
You've got the gear. Don't spoil it all. Get the skills too that show you're a real rider. A training course will teach you skill and control.
Out here in the field, I don't want a copyright claim, so stop fucking singing it.
Contact your local dealer or road safety officer for details. Get yourself trained.
It's Patrick Allen again.
Not so long ago, we learned to protect ourselves from the dangers overhead. Now this is over, but there still remains the danger on the ground, claiming many victims. Mrs. Brown has done her shopping, queued and argued and smiled. Now she's carrying home the result of the morning's work.
Ooh.
Look out there! That lovely meal she was dreaming of cooking for the family has gone, but she was very lucky not to have been injured. Do remember...
Did he manage to escape from the Barrett helicopters?
Very nice, Johnny, but how much safer you'd be on the pavement or in a playground?
Oh, I used to love those. I used to love the Barrett Homes adverts.
What would you do in an emergency? You see, the unexpected does happen, and you are as much to blame as Johnny.
Yes, because you sat in the middle of the main road.
Later, now you're in a hurry. A look to the right and a look to the left takes only 2 seconds more.
Is that Mr. Wilson?
But now it will be some weeks before you can attend to that urgent business. Don't forget, it takes 2 to make an accident. A little more care on the part of every road user would mean less tragedy. Keep death off the roads.
It is. It is.
The country's power supply is in danger. Although everyone has been economizing, we must now use even less electricity in our homes, or we'll have power cuts and serious discomfort all round. But we can do something about it.
We can.
We must help by switching off lights, fires, room heaters in our own homes whenever we can. Please help. SOS. Switch off something now. Switch off something now.
He could have passed his test.
So they sacrificed grammar for SOS because it should be switch something off, not switch off something.
What's in your mirror? Nobody about? No need to give a signal. Slow down. Enough to stop if necessary. Look right, look left, and then look right again. If all's clear, go on. Make
Switch
sure
off
you leave
iron
your
lung.
driving test when you get it with your first provisional license and learn to be a safe driver from the start.
Another blackout will kill my grow room.
There is a common language in Europe, the language of the road. It's a sign language, and in it, red triangles are a warning of dangers. Warning. 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 Warning.
Warning.
Red triangles warn of danger. There's a lot to this language. You can become fluent by reading this booklet. Be sure. Be safe.
And that counts twice if she's a ginger.
High speeds, which are now normal on the new motorways, we have to be especially careful about proper tyre maintenance. Underinflation can lead to excessive wear and overheating, and renders the tyre more liable to accidental damage.
Yeah, so remember people, don't drive with flat tyres.
Road holding capacity by a large amount. And the dangers of loss of control cannot be emphasized too much. So, before setting out on any journey, always check your tire pressures carefully. No, not like that. You know how. That's it. And just you keep those tires at the proper pressures. Yes, he's checking the spare as well. So remember, use your head.
Oh no, use your tyre pressure checking thingy. Surely.
How many times a day do you upset your mother-in-law? How many times a day do you knock your children around? Or frighten them to death? How often do you lose heart or shopping? Later...
How many times a day do you knock your children around? I saw a guy driving with an emergency wheel on one side and a flat on the other. There were sparks flying. He wasn't bothered at all. Yeah, I think I might know who that was, to be honest with you. I think I might have been in the car at the time. Yeah, friend of mine. We went out for a drive one night. Bust his wheel. He insisted on trying to drive home on it. Is that kind of beans called bulimia?
And fierce braking is the
Possibly.
sign of a bad driver and may confuse other drivers who then have to brake hard. Learn to drive like a professional. Think ahead and spread your braking gently.
Help save more electricity. SOS. Switch off something.
Oh, this again.
Switch off one bar and save 1,000 watts. Switch off this lamp and save 100. When you can, use one ring instead of two and save 2,000 watts. Switch off a storage radiator and save another 2,000. Help protect supplies for industry. SOS. Switch off something right now.
Ironically, all the footage of those appliances were also used as prizes in Bullseye.
If you're using two rings, the grill and the oven, you can be using as much as 8,500 watts. To get this score down, cook 2 vegetables in one pan. Always keep the lid on and grill instead of using the oven. So now your score's down to 4,500. That's a big difference. SOS. Switch off something right now.
I'm still not happy with that. It's supposed to be switch something off.
If you turn down your central heating by a few degrees, or switch off one bar of your electric fire, you can save a little fuel right now. And if we each save a little, we'll all save a lot.
What does switching off something really mean? Well, take one electric light. If you can do without it, the electricity it uses in an evening could produce 10 pints of milk, or could make 400 spot wells in a factory, or could take 40 X-ray pictures in a hospital. So you see, it really helps. SOS. Switch off something. Now.
You are on a high-speed road. You're enjoying your drive. 40, 50, 60, 70, when suddenly you may find yourself in trouble.
Oh, fog.
You're lucky this time. In daylight fog, switch on your headlights.
I swear to God, Trucker, I swear to God, after me striking out on donations on this stream, if you get a donation now, I am not going to be happy.
Drive smoothly. Be extra careful. And be sure to signal in time before overtaking.
Really, Mr. Dax? That's a Freudian typo. Right there.
Return to your own lane, but never assume that the road is clear in front of you. Always be prepared for the...
That's not foggy, just hit light speed. I know, yeah.
Making the correct signal, pull out and pass the obstacle, returning smoothly to your own lane. Remember, all accidents are avoidable.
Alright, trucker. You have a good night, mate. We've not got much long left of this anyway, so... Ooh.
¿Es usted capaz de bañarse en un sitio peligroso?
Night, trucker. Isn't me, or was that scream much more harrowing than the one in the one where the kid gets run over?
Entonces, ¿es usted capaz de cruzar la calle sin precaución? No se juegue la vida. No olvide este consejo. Primero mirar, después cruzar.
Christ.
Es un consejo de la Jefatura Central de Tráfico.
What's happened to the sound on this one? The problem is the Spanish think this is a training video. Yes. What? Oh, I couldn't understand it anyway.
I'm leaving my car at home tomorrow. How about you? Most of us don't have to use our car on Sunday, so don't. If we each save a little fuel, we'll all save a lot.
It's me, Cut Price Christopher Lee. How well have you trained your child?
Sooner or later dawns the day when your child takes off on his own. His safety on the roads depends on your teaching. Have you done a good job?
Not too near the curb now.
Playgrounds are for playing, not main roads.
Is your child housebroken yet? I know.
You can't stop as quickly as a little boy, so wait. Remember your curb drill, and if you can't see what's coming, don't try to cross. And at school time, the patrolman will help you across.
Teach your child to make use of patrolled crossings or traffic lights whenever possible.
Thank you to Not a Mank for the €5 donation to say tough luck, Peter. Yes.
This is the ghost of a child.
Oh, this is disappointing because
This is the room and the
I saw this title listed and I thought it was a different
The
one.
garden gate. The path of adventure.
Oh.
The unpredictable impulse that ended in tragedy.
Thank you very much, Mr. Misanthropic, for the £3 donation there. I can't actually. In fact, yes, I can check to see.
Let it learn road safety from your own example.
Let's see. I was going to say I couldn't check to see if there was a message on there because I couldn't see it on my screen, but I've got my tablet
More
here.
than anyone else, the under-fives need protection and teaching. But they can learn about road safety faster than anyone else. So let your children learn and live.
Incoming traffic is safer than incoming Jimmy Savile.
You are gambling with death whenever you cross a road without thinking. Over 63,000 pedestrians are killed and injured a year on our roads.
Hold on one
42,000
second.
accidents are caused by stepping carelessly into the road.
Oh, my phone's charged now anyway.
Listen and think before you cross the road. Use pedestrian
King House.
Don't spend it all in the same shop, mate.
Jesus Christ.
Don't forget.
Thank you to the Batman for the £5 donation. I'm going to get on the message on that in a minute. I believe it was, well, because yours came through with the text-to-speech. Don't spend it all in the same shop, mate.
Look.
Right, hang on.
Remember your curb drill.
So the message from Mr. Misanthropic. These PSAs make me happy in a way I can't describe. I find hard to describe. Well done, good sir. That's quite alright, Mr. Misanthropic. And the Batman for £5 who says, don't spend it all in the same shop, mate. Thank you very much, guys.
Dash out into the road.
You may want to avoid riding a ghost
More
train.
people of 5, 6, and 7
I always do.
get killed or hurt than any other age. So don't you do anything silly when you're out on your own. If you want to play, go to a playground or play street.
Play street?
But if you're out walking, be sensible. When you want to
A play street where children can play in the road safely.
be sure you can see. Only cross when the coast is clear.
Presumably.
If you hear a car, it may be coming round the corner. So use your head. Think, listen, look.
Every Saturday morning, my ma takes me shopping in the pram. Being Saturday morning, everyone's rushing to spend their wages by lunchtime. So nobody's giving way for a pram.
And nobody's paying attention to a talking baby.
If I grow up, it'll be a miracle. I keep telling her it takes time to cross the road with a pram. Use the lights! Use the zebras! Motorists don't realize the pram pushes problem. Last Saturday, we push out from behind a parked vehicle.
Oh. Look, it's a baby drunken uncle. Yes.
Getting out of that pram until mums and motorists realize crossing with a pram takes time.
I'll tell that to Sigourney Weaver at the start of Ghostbusters 2.
I've seen more changes take place in
The
my
Batman,
lifetime than any previous
steady on.
generation ever.
We know about your basement.
Changes which have meant constant adjustments to our ways of thinking. For instance, there wasn't much need for curb drill in our young days, was there? And perhaps that's a pity. For this same modern age has produced a fearful trap for us older folk, the motor car.
This is our drunken nephew. Noodles. Hello, Cryptic. Hello, Cryptic. Cryptic. How are you, mate?
We don't hear so well, and you wouldn't expect some of us to be as nippy as we were in the gay Edwardian days. So it seems like a good idea to me for us older and wiser folk to think of these things and go very carefully on the roads. Let's look well before we step off and make use of the crossings. Let's allow ourselves plenty of
Hair on my balls to you.
And for heaven's sake,
how are you,
don't make
Cryptic?
things more difficult on the roads, like this. I'm over 60.
He wasn't actually looking where he was fucking going, though.
And I don't intend to let a road accident.
I mean, yeah, the car was at fault there, but the old guy was just as at fault.
Yellow lines along the side of the road mean that you mustn't wait except to load or unload during certain times. A single line means the restriction is
This
enforced
again.
during every
You were
working
right,
day.
Batman, you were right.
Double
They
line
do
means
repeat
the
them.
restriction is enforced during every working day and some additional time. Any other restriction is shown by a dotted line. Signs like these give details. Remember, yellow lines tell you where waiting is restricted. Signs tell you...
That's
There
twice
is a
that's
common
happened.
language in Europe, the language of the road. It's a
That's
sign
twice
language.
it's just
Within
randomly
it,
cut off
red
in the
rings
middle of
mean
one.
must not. must not, must not, must not, must not, must not. Red rings mean must not. There's a lot to this language. You can become fluent by reading this booklet. Be sure, be safe.
What does the red thing mean again?
The size of our
No, she's right. I've still got to get the family home safely. It's
Oh.
a responsibility having a family and a car. Going on holiday? Well, take it easy. Better be late than dead on time.
Well, no, that's all right, because you'll get to the park and bugger your
That's it,
child
and
again.
Before you go off, make sure you've had your brakes, lights and steering checked. It's
Hang on,
important.
it's just frozen. Yeah, let's pad out the DVD by repeating the same ones and hope no one finds out. Yes, because no one's going to watch them all in one go, are they?
So do hospitals. So do
Well, we've got the
essential
lovely
services.
voice of Patrick Allen back,
At home,
but
you
we haven't
can
got
get
anything
by
on the
with less.
video.
So
Hang on.
switch off some power. Now. Power is short. Do you really need it?
Let me pause it and then...
Others do. Do you really need it? Others do. Switch off some power
There we
in
go.
your home now.
Now. Fuck off, Patrick Allen, you greedy bastard. And here we go. I think this one might be the last. Hello, Dark Side of the Bear. It's older Peter.
You're Mr. Evans, I think. Oh, may I introduce you to Mary Jeffries? Mary? Mary? Oh, Mary, sorry to interrupt you, but I want you to meet Mr. Evans. And this is George.
Hello, Ninja.
Oh, George, this is Mr. Evans. Now, here's young Johnny Eccles. Johnny, come and say how do you do to Mr. Evans.
What that?
And finally, Bert Gordon. Bert, this is Mr. Evans.
How do you do?
What's he doing under his car?
What is all this about?
Sorry, I should explain. I stopped you just now because you were driving too fast.
George is
I was
puff.
doing 28 and the speed limit 30. That's right, isn't it?
Oh, no, it isn't. Now, look here. You and Bert are approaching a crossroads at 28 miles an hour. The point is, you were both in the wrong because you weren't driving safely. Now, let's go down here at 15 miles an hour. Remember Mary? Well, she can think of nothing else but her young man at the moment. If you'd been doing 30, it'd have been very nasty. Better go even slower here. Yes, there's that young Johnny again. See what I mean? Now, George is usually a bit fuddled when he comes back from the local and often forgets things.
You mean
He
pissed?
certainly doesn't think about the traffic. Some people are careless, but it's the motorist's responsibility to be on the lookout for these kind of people. The maximum speed limit is 30 miles an hour, but it's an offence to drive faster than is safe. All we want to do is to stop you, and
Oh, I do
Bert,
apologise.
Mary, and George, and Johnny
Right.
being injured.
Oh, yeah. Right, okay. It didn't have the one I thought it had on at the end there, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to find it. Let's see. Did I spot the young Dick Emery? No, no. Right, hang on. Let's have a look. Let's put that over there. Oh, no, hang on. I know. Right, just let me... Yeah, this is the one. Fucking pause. Don't unpause when I pause you. Alright, this is the one.
If you hit me at 40 miles an hour, there's around an 80% chance I'll die. hit me at 30, and there's around an 80% chance I'll live.
Fucking
If you hit me at 49...
Don't play it again. Fucking harrowing. Scotsman, yeah. Absolutely fucking harrowing. Yeah, I'm just looking at the comments here. Remember, folks, always hit children at 30, not 40. One person says, fuck, I'm only 23. Yes. Right, so yeah, that's pretty much it for the Charlie Says DVD. I do apologise we had a few, yeah, but they're not children. Yeah, I know, yeah. I do apologise that we had a few technical issues throughout the stream, but that's nothing compared to the copyright issues that I'm going to have to deal with after the stream. I did notice, actually, that I did get hit for copyright during the stream, but it didn't take the stream down, so presumably everything's A-okay and it's just been claimed rather than stricken. So in that regard, I'm not too fussed right now. If you hit her at 200, she'll be a piece of modern art. Fucking hell, Batman. But yeah, it's 2:30. Do I want to go to? Do I want to take it to 3? Usually that's just yeah. I think it has just been claimed. Do I want to take it to 3 or? I don't know. If you hit her at 200, yeah, I read the same message again. I'm clearly tired. But I'm going to bed, mate. Night app. Night Fox. If you hit her at 200, she's getting a tad old. Fucking hell, Bob. Tom. Right. Tell you what, yeah, I'll go for another 25 minutes and then we'll call it a night. I'll go to bed because I've got stuff to do tomorrow. Right, so I'm going to temporarily lose. In fact, pop you guys out, pop you on screen. Look, there you are. And it loads. Just so I can not lose the chat for a second. Why does it always change back to that? Mr. Misanthropic says, yes, I have another couple of beers to finish. Fantastic. So what to do for the next 25 minutes? Well, I guess I could talk a little bit about some of the... as Jimmy said, yeah. Clunk click means kids can't get out of the trunk. No, Rosie, you don't wish you had a beer. So let me take this DVD out of here. What I'll do as well then, hang on, just let me turn my camera on. I'll show you the DVD we've just watched. That's it. It's called Charlie Says and Other Classic Public Information Films. Jesus Christ, that light is bright. lost the chat, and it's back. Right. Let's see what else. Oh. So yeah, a few things I've got coming up. And we discover Peter lives in a... Yeah. Was that backwards for you guys? Oh yeah, it would have been. It would have been. If I'd have been streaming through Hangouts, it wouldn't have been. Oh, never mind. Ah, well. Yes, I do live in a mirror universe. But yeah, I've got a video coming out either tomorrow or Sunday. It's going to be another story one. I don't quite know what it is. I've got a couple of stories that I do want to put out, but one that I want to work on a little more first. So, who knows? Your evil doppelganger. Yes. Anyway, I'll turn my camera off. I don't want to scare y'all. But yeah, I've got a couple of videos in the works. I've got what's the stream about tomorrow? You said it's something special. Yes, the actual pub stream tomorrow night. Despite the fact I've called this one Pub Stream 9. Tomorrow will be Pub Stream 9.5. And it's going... Yes, thank you, Batman. You can type backwards. I'm going to try and get together a quiz night. So, if you want in, if you want to be involved, let me know on Discord throughout tomorrow. We'll get you on. We'll have a quiz. We'll have some questions. We'll have a bit of fun. I don't know what kind of quiz. I don't know yet. Just a general knowledge quiz. If not, then I've got... Actually, I do have. All right, we'll play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, because I've got a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire quiz book. There, that's a lot of work for tomorrow cut out already, because I've got one of the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire quiz books. We'll play that, and we'll do it all. We'll do it like one at a time. If it's 80s music, I'll smoke. Yeah, kind of like trivia. So if you want on, let me know. We could just play Yes, we could just play Jackbox. Batman says quip. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea, because I could. Because I've been thinking about opening the pub stream onto Twitch as well. So, yeah, we could, I guess. Yeah, we'll do it. Yeah, we'll do that then. I think I'll be there, but that's perfectly fine. Chances are I'll be sober. Hey. We can't all be drunk all the time. So, yeah, that. If I'm off in time, I'm in. Awesome. Fantastic. It's going to be at the usual starting time for pub stream, so it's going to be about somewhere between 8 and half 8. And as usual with the Saturday ones, we'll go a bit longer. We'll go till about midnight, 1 maybe. Oh, Bob's at work. Oh. Well, like I say, if we go till about midnight or 1, you might be able to join us at the end. But it won't just be Quiplash that we play, because yeah, that can get slow quite quickly. Oh, Artorius said he was busy, did he? I'm genuinely not surprised. I'm just thinking, have I got any other... yeah, I've got 2 Jackbox games. I've got Quiplash and Fibbage, and I've got that Use Your Words as well. So, that's not a Jackbox game, but it works in the same way. So I guess, yeah, we could try them. We could try that one as well. Streaming over me again, arse. Well, you know. What about Cards Against Scotland? I mean humanity. Eight in what time zone? It will be BST or UTC +1. Have I looked into D Live yet? No. So translation for Mr. Misanthropic, it will be 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Or, yeah, just 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I haven't looked into D Live yet, but that is something I do kind of plan on doing. I'm still not 100% sold on D Live, if I'm honest, but whatever. We'll see how it goes. It's 3 PM. I thought you were GM. Yeah. It's just we're in summertime, so it's technically it's called BST. So it's British summertime. Does drunken uncle have to wear anti-shrapnel gear when he looks into a mirror? Okay, now. I don't think he's still in the chat, Batman. So your jibes are going unheeded. Right, let's see. Dang it all. I know. I know. Oh, that's it. I've got another modern driving advert for you.
Yes, sir. So, like, would mind stepping out? Yes, sir.
Come on.
So, like, would mind stepping out of the car and doing a breath test?
Look, you had 2 pints, you're over the limit. That's a 12-month ban and a criminal record.
Hey, it's company policy. I've got to let you go.
I know there's only 20,000 on the clock, but that's my final offer.
That's just great, Matt. No license, no job. Now what?
So, what's it gonna be?
Yeah, this one was a good. Yeah, I know. It's not so much a advert against drinking and driving, so much as it is a PSA warning you about the dangers of having split personality disorder. The guy's clearly having a breakdown. I bet he doesn't get many customers in that. I know, yeah. Yeah. I'll have a pint of lager, please. Can I have your fucking car keys? Oh shit! No, I didn't mean to click on that. Do apologise. No, I don't. It's my stream. I'll fart on it if I want to. This seemed like a schizophrenia PSA. Yeah, think once, think twice, think schizophrenic. Yeah, I know. Anyway, I'm now just looking for material for the last 15 minutes. Let's see. What else can we do? bring the chat back on screen for a second, because every time I click on that window it hides it. Oh! That's right, hang on. This is, well, this, yeah, this... I used this in a stream I did with Irate Bear and Viper ages ago. Hang on. This is technically part of a internal training video from the BBC, but it's rather funny, and it is actually even rather cool, rather cruel. Yeah. Yeah. I genuinely, I was surprised when I first saw that. It's almost not funny, but the fact that, you know, he's all right. Yeah, internal BBC training. I know, but it's like a health and safety thing for set riggers and that. How did you get footage of my birthday party? Oh. Clearly it's a PSA warning you to not let Cheggers help with the props when he's been down at the pub at lunch. I know. God rest his alcoholic soul, eh? Hang on, I'm just checking. Keith Chucking is dead, isn't he? Yeah, he is. Anyway, so yeah, like I say, tomorrow night we'll do we'll chill out. We'll play some Quiplash. We'll play some Fiddage as well. We'll all hang out and it'll all be a fun time, hopefully. Yeah, I thought so, Scotsman. Yeah. $2017. Dark Side of the Bear got distracted. Ah, what the hell? My mouse mat's warped. Oh, I see. Already, I've not had this mouse mat long either, and I've already dropped the end of a cigarette onto it. Which means the plastic coating on it has warped slightly. I heard. Yes, we're gonna play Quiplash tomorrow night. Dark Side of the Bear. Are you in? Do you want in? Do you want to play? Do you want to join us? We'll be playing Quiplash. Do you want to join us? Do you want to come on air? Do you want to play clip? Oh. So yeah, my plan for the after this stream is I'm gonna go back and double check what the hell had happened off air whilst I was on air. That's why I've got an ashtray. It's just my ashtray was on my fucking mouse mat. But but yeah, I'm gonna double check what happened and just make sure I don't need to intervene or calm anything down. Then I'm going to continue watching the original Doctor Who. I started this afternoon, whilst I was working on a couple of other things, I started rewatching the very first Doctor Who stories. I mean, the old black and white with William Hartnell. I started watching, I watched An Unearthly Child, which was the first 4-parter. And then moved on to the Daleks. I think I got 2 episodes into it before I ended up having to do other things. Okay, Batman. Just do me a favour. Just send me a reminder on Discord tomorrow, because I will get everything set up. But yeah, so yeah, I got about 2 episodes into the original Daleks story. After I found a video on YouTube talking about all the missing episodes, all the episodes that have been wiped from the archive, and how they've managed to get what they can of them back. And it was actually really interesting. It just put me in the mood to watch some old Doctor Who again. I'm going to carry on doing that. I'm going to restore the chat back onto the dashboard page because... why not? Also, like I say, I've got a video coming out either tomorrow or Sunday. So, Dalek, how, slight incline, slight incline. But, yeah, on top of that as well, thanks to Irate Alex, I've actually managed to find another couple of websites for auditioning for like voice acting roles and things like that. So I'm going to have a proper look at that. I did audition for 1 or 2 of them this afternoon, but I'm going to sit down and have a proper look at the website tomorrow. It's 4 AM, I should sleep. Yes, it's nearly 3 AM here, I should sleep. But thanks for joining us, Rosie. If you're up for playing Quiplash on air with us tomorrow, then send me a DM, send me a message, and I'll we'll get all the stuff sorted. But yeah, it will be a longer stream. Well, it will be a long stream tomorrow. We're talking 8 till about 1. Remember when they made Doctor Who documentaries and always dragged out the sad ex-Blue Peter presenter who always claimed to be behind the sofa when the Daleks turned up? Still happens. And yes, Trucker, we're playing Quiplash tomorrow night. And don't forget though, Batman, don't forget, one of the ex-Blue Peter presenters used to be in Doctor Who for quite a while. Oh shit. Hang on. I'm loading Discord and I'm just going to talk to you with the Twitch thing on for a bit because I just thought it may load up on something I don't want you to see. So but yeah, One of the Blue Peter presenters used to be in Doctor Who. Peter Purvis, yeah. Played Stephen during the first and second Doctor's era. No, the first Doctor's era, sorry. He doesn't want us to see his trap hentai. That's exactly it, Mr. Misanthropic. I don't want you to see the trap hentai that I'm into. That I'm a huge, massive fan of. Yes. Change your fucking wallpaper if you're going to... Hey, that's why I've got it on a black... on a normal... oh God, Batman, I like Perry as well. I still do. Have you seen her recently? Have you seen her these days? She still looks just as fine. Bit older, mind, but... Oh, I didn't need to be worried. Nothing. There would have been nothing on screen except you'd have had a list of who I've DM'd recently. Oh well. I see you are a man of culture. Right. Anyway, with it being like nearly 3 now, I'm going to end the stream here. Thanks for coming out, everyone. Thank you. You've all been fantastic. I've had fun. I've had fun tonight. But I can actually physically feel my energy flagging right now. So, thank you, everyone, for turning up. Thank you for saying hi. And, yeah, later, man. So, peace out, peace off, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow.